Welcome to Talk and Chalk. I'm Beck. I'm a teacher. This is just me, unedited, giving my tips and advice on different things to do with teaching or education or how I do things in the classroom. Everything that I give advice on is just based on my own personal experience or the experiences of people that I've worked with and what has worked or what hasn't worked so well. And today I thought I'd do a topic that's been doing the rounds lately, which is something that will make any teacher want to scratch their head. Nits. Seriously want to scratch now just thinking about it. You know you want to scratch as well. Just at that word, we all do it. It's something that every teacher will come across at least at one point in their career, and they don't teach us about it at uni. When we have parents come up to us to either report that it's happened or that they know that there's nits around, it can be a really bit of an iffy subject depending on the kid, depending on the parents, depending on the classroom or the school that you're in or the experiences that you've had. There is always going to be that one kid that seems to catch it every single time, no matter what they do. My daughter was one of them for a while. She would constantly come home with nits no matter what treatments we put on there, no matter how we, how many times we washed her hair a week or anything like that. So I know what it feels like to be the parent that's trying to do the right thing and still having the child that catches nits. As a teacher, it can be a bit awkward because sometimes we don't know if a child is not being treated. Sometimes we don't know if it's just not being done right, which is why I guess I tend to put on my parent hat a little bit when I have those conversations with parents and I'm able to tell them what did suddenly work for my daughter to keep nits at bay and to help treat them when she did catch them. I got this advice from one of the lovely more experienced ladies who used to work at the pharmacy when I was living in a country town. I went down to get the treatment like usual, and she noticed that I'd been putting a lot of treatments on my daughter's hair, and there's lots of chemicals in those things. It's not necessarily good. She said that the old school method she usually used, which always worked for her, was to just get the cheapest conditioner you could find. So I would always just go get $2 conditioner like that from the shop and totally coat the hair in this conditioner. So for my daughter who had longer hair when we first started doing this, full on coat the whole head in it, and I would get the bottom of the hair and then wrap it up, and I would just slap an old shower cap on top of that and leave it like that for about 15 to 20 minutes because it suffocates the nits and it can destroy any eggs that are in there. P.S. I have absolutely no science to back this up whatsoever. This is mum science. This is just advice that was passed on to me and has worked for me. So anyway, 15, 20 minutes later, take that off and I would just sort of squeeze out the excess conditioner that was on there, the big glugs of conditioner, and then you get the nit comb. So for those of you who haven't had to deal with this before, the nit comb looks like a flea comb. Sometimes they catch, sometimes they're plastic. This is the one that I have always found works the best, the metal one with the teeth there. That always works best, and it's nice and long too, which means that it's easier to get more out of the hair. I've tried the shorter ones before that are about that long, and it's just not as good. The longer one I have found is better. And comb it through, and comb it through, and comb and comb and comb. I use a baby wipe to wipe sort of the dead nits and everything away and the excess conditioner so that you get a nice clean streak every time you go through the hair. And seriously, I must do this for about 20 minutes, maybe even half an hour, just continually combing to make sure I've got all the nits, I've got any eggs that are in there. And if I find any that are still alive and crawling around, I do the conditioner part again for about 15-20 minutes and get them all out. And full on, this works. This has worked every time. We do that and then we go and have a shower and wash out the conditioner, everything, and do the whole normal shampoo and conditioner. We did try the tea tree oil eucalyptus shampoo as well and didn't find it was much of any different. I know some people have said it worked wonders for them, so that's great, worked for them. This is what worked for me. And when I talk to any parents about using this treatment, I find that they respond really well because everyone knows where they can get conditioner. $2 conditioner is affordable. Those treatments can sometimes be $20, and if you're doing it once a month, it can get very, very expensive. So just doing this method makes it affordable for a lot of people, makes it easy to do. You can do it anytime. There's not all of those harmful chemicals that might be a concern for people, or if you've got allergies, it might be a problem to use it that way. But the big important thing is to do it again a week later as well. So, I mean, if you're a brand new teacher that doesn't have any kids of your own and you've never had to deal with nits before, this would be something that I would recommend to parents who are constantly dealing with nits all the time. Still want to scratch. And obviously, you know, the policies of your school, you know, we can't exclude kids that have nits or anything like that. All those things that say, you know, letting them play games around each other's heads will heighten the chances of them getting it. They're going to get it. They're going to get it at one point. There's really no point worrying about how kids play together or anything like that when it comes to nits. But, you know, if parents are after some treatments that are inexpensive because they don't know how to get on top of it, this is the method that's worked for me. So feel free to share that method with anyone. It's not my own thing. It's one advice that was given to me. It's just that I know nits have been doing the rounds a fair bit lately, so I've been using this one, and not for me. So hopefully that's a bit of advice that is handy to you guys, and if you've got any other topics that you want me to touch on, just pop them in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to click the button that's below as well. Thank you to the people that have subscribed so far. If you haven't seen my educational channel, it's called Clever Pickles. I'll pop a link down the bottom here to the Clever Pickles channel, and I'll also put one of my videos at the top so you can check that one out too, which is good. It's for kids to be able to do activities themselves as they watch the videos too. But other than that, I'd love to hear from you guys, and let me know if you've got a totally different nit treatment that works for you. Normally during the day I just plait my daughter's hair and put hairspray on it, but when she gets the nits, this is definitely the go that I use. Okay guys, thanks, bye.